Hello, Mario. In this video, Mario's cul-de-sac 9, vertical alignment 3, we're going to complete the long section. So let's go to the long section now, which I've finished since the last video. But in the last video, I had just input the data and calculated the curve details. As you can see now, I've put in the curve details here, and we're all good to go. But what you will notice is that the actual long section itself is looking quite exaggerated, and that's because I've exaggerated it. And it's that exaggeration that we need to look at how to achieve that. And if you look very carefully down here, you can see that I've got a horizontal scale of 1 to 500 and a vertical scale of 1 to 50. So that represents a vertical exaggeration of 10 to 1. Now, I've gone through the process of getting this here all drawn up, so I don't want to go back and come forward, so I'm going to go to another location here and just show you how the operation went there. Interestingly, I thought I had sorted that out. You can see here, and this is just a little extra bit, but you can see how the model space is moving, but these here aren't, which that indicates that they are some text that's been put in paper space. So I'm just going to delete that. I know I've fixed that up in the actual real tab where this is happening. So I'll just for now I'll just turn off this this layer called alignment. I'm just going to turn that off in this tab here, and that should turn that off. And no, it hasn't. Oh, that's because I'm in paper space. So I'll go back to model space and I'll turn off this layer here called alignment. We'll just get up to here and turn it off. And you can see there that although I had all the data in there finished like so, what that's done is this is left in here. If we just zoom in here, this was the real long section here, just at a true scale, 1-to-1 scale, real time. So just move into here, onto that point there. You can see that distance there is 27.033. I'm just going to remove that there from. I'll leave that there. So what we need to do is to do this exaggeration. Now, to do the exaggeration, what we do is we create a block. So and then with the block we are able to scale that in different directions. So I go up here to insert and create block, and I'm going to create a block called long 3. This is my second attempt at this, so long 2 already exists. So long 3, I need a pick point, and that's the start of it there. And then I need to select all the objects that I want to have in my block. So I'm going to select all of those there, except there's a couple of things in here that I don't really want. So I just do a shift select, and I'm hoping that will remove them from the block. Remove them from the block, hopefully. Yes, so they won't be included in the block, so that should cut out a couple of problems that I was having down in there. Alright, and so that's our objects for our block. Enter. I just want to retain that original block as is, in case I have to come back and do some running repairs or change some aspect of it. I don't want to scale it uniformly. I want to allow exploding, I could make some notes about it, and I'm just going to go OK. So that's actually created a block. So now if we come over here and I go insert block, and I'll go for long 3 there, okay, and I'm just going to put that over there, and that's just a copy of that there, but you'll notice that it's there. Now what we can do once we click on the block, of course, is we can change the Y scale. We can change that to 10. So this is one way of doing it. Here you can do it at the input stage there, and just go enter. So there, just go OK. Oh, okay. So that's there we go. There's our block there, and we can see, well, it's all contiguous as one. Now, obviously, that's way too high. That's going to run off the page, and so I know from what I've done previously, and I can see over here that I've got a HAD height above datum of 23, height above datum of 23. So at the moment, this is 0 down here. So I'm just going to put a line in at 23. Now, there's a number of ways you could do this, but I'm just going to, for now, just select that and explode it. Okay, and that's exploded. Then I'm going to offset this 230. If you see in here, if I click on this little thing here, it was 27.033, it's now 270.330, 10 times. So obviously I want to take 23 out of that, so that's going to be 230. So I'm going to go offset 230 and like that. And then I'm going to trim that. So trim, and I'm just going to trim out everything below that line like that, and like that. Now that rings a few little alarm bells there. I had a bit of a problem here last time. When I go to there, I can see that that length there is 40.188, and that's not what it should be. It should, I don't know why it did this, it's just some little thing. So I'm going to put that up to there, because that's what that length should be. And now we'll see that's that is now 40.33, which is 10 times, so it's 4.033. So 23 is 27.033. So that's all good. So there we are. There's our exaggerated little thing, and then we can grab that there, move that, and move that into place in over here with our height above datum is 23. So we can move that into there. Now I'm not going to actually do that because I have already done that. I'm just going to go home here and I'll turn on the right layer, which will give me or show us what we had done previously. So properties, toolbar. No, here it is here. So here's the one I was looking for. I seem to have got it back. And I'm going to turn on the layer that I turned off, which I think was alignment. And I'm going to turn off the layer called long reel, and that should return me to what I had previously. I'm going to set my scale here to 2 to 1, which is 1 to 500, and then I'm going to pan and move my completed long section into place, hopefully, and there we go there, like so. And I'm actually going to go back to my original tab for that. Oh, need to escape, tap out of there, and back to here, and here's our long section, and just a little bit of a review of that. So I've got cut to fill, existing ground design, and I've put in the gradients here, what they are: horizontal curve between here and here, vertical curve between here and here, slight overlap of the two. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem in the situation. I've highlighted on here what's what. You can see there's your curb and channel coming in there. So you might want to do something with that hatchery if you want. I've also deleted the north point from the sheet as well, because obviously that's not relevant in this case here. And here we've got all these points here. I've also added a couple of additional, the 50 there and the 30 and the 50, I've added those into the long section. So I'll possibly go back to the horizontal plan and just add a 50 and a 30 in there so that we know where those points are. So that pretty much concludes the long section, or the horizontal alignment. That's all sorted out. The next thing we're going to be looking at is cross sections, and then from the cross sections the earthworks, and that pretty much will sort of see things through for this project. So we'll see you next time in cul-de-sac, maurieos cul-de-sac 10.